Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspurs. We also saw Crystal Palace and Brentford, as well as Aston Villa and the Hammers. But I'm going to talk about Tottenham Hotspurs because I think of all the teams that played, it is the only team that we have so many questions about in terms of how is that Ange Postecoglou is still the boss of Manchester of Tottenham Hotspurs? These guys are literally rewriting the what we talk about, what we mean when we talk of football. What they are doing as a big club, as a top six club, it all raises questions rather than answers. We all wonder exactly where this team is going to be going because it cannot, and I repeat, it cannot continue doing like these things. They should show some signs of improvements. We should see the team taking a step and actually showing us something because everything we are seeing from them, everything we are seeing from Tottenham Hotspurs lead to ask about relegation. It leads to us to think about relegation. When they're asking now, talking about it, they are in a relegation battle. It is the truth. It is the truth because you cannot be performing like this in the Premier League and you expect to remain in the Premier League. It never works like that because they lost by 2 goals to nil, 2 goals to 1 against Leicester City at their own home ground. Leicester City, they scored the first goal by the Tottenham Hotspurs through Richard Alisson. First half they played well. Second half they were a different team. Like we are literally watching two different nations coming every single time. The first 45 minutes it's a different team. The second 45 minutes we are wondering what we were watching in the first half and what has changed. How is Ange Postecoglou still the manager of this team? Because like right now, I'm looking at where they are right now. They are Tottenham Hotspur's number 15. They have 24 points. The team that is behind them, it's Everton with 23 points. And Everton have a game in hand. And that is crazy. Leicester City are 17 points, very close to Tottenham Hotspurs. And you just wonder, how long is this going to continue going on? Like, when are we going to start to see, a stop? When are we going to start to see this team trying to at least give some people something to smile about? If you're a fan of Tottenham Hotspurs, this is not good enough. You can't tell me that your team has lost 13 times, drawn 3 times, and won only 7 times in 22 games that they're playing. This is a relegation battle material. This is relegation type of a game. What we are seeing from this team, it's just a matter of time before they are out of this league. They need to do more than what they're showing us. Of course, I'll cover more about it when we do about what happened in the week 23 of the Premier League, as we'll be doing the analysis and looking at everything that has happened. But I can't wait to see. By the way, Jamie Vardy just enjoys mocking the Tottenham Hotspurs fans. He keeps on pointing off how he has won Premier League, Tottenham Hotspurs has none in their career. It's really painful to watch. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that one. So that's what happened. They lost by 2 goals to 1. Brentford played against Crystal Palace in a game which was a bit of a balance, if we have to say a balance, because at some point it felt like Brentford were going to win this game. It felt, Crystal Palace were going to win this game. It felt like they were in control. But a penalty later, a goal later, it was a different game. Brentford are now on top. They've won the game and they keep pushing forward where they are standing. Aston Villa were actually the most surprised teams of this day, really, to be honest, because they came into this game thinking that they were just going to run the show, they were just going to get the job done, and they were going to move forward. But West Ham had a story to tell, had a different type of making. And I have to say, Graham Potter is doing some amazing job because this team is actually starting to play football for a change. They were terrible. They were terrible their first half of the season, but now they're playing like a team that understands what they're doing. They are putting pressure. They keep going forward. They almost won this game at some point, if we're being honest. And that makes you wonder what has happened. Is it because of the Champions League pressure that maybe the Aston Villa are dealing with? Because they were supposed to be performing better against West Ham, especially their own home ground. I thought that this was a home run. They were going to win this game, but not exactly what the picture was written for us. It did not offer that at all. It was a different game. There was so much pressure, and I'm telling you, it was a crazy game. But anyway, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Aston Villa versus the Hammers finished 1-1. Then Manchester United just about get the job done against Fulham at Fulham Stadium in a game that I felt like people expected more from Fulham, but they did not see more from Fulham. People expected more from United, and they just about got to see something from United. And that tells you that was the craziness of the game, because you'd expect United to have control. You'd expect United to show more. Of course, after what we had last week, that Amron was breaking things and shouting and stuff like that. You wanted to see a comeback. You wanted to see them resurrect. And that was not even that at all. This was one of the most boring games to watch if you were just watching it for the sake of football like I was. It was boring. The only thing that made it better was maybe Adama Traore versus Lisandro Martinez. By the way, talking of Lisandro Martinez, he was the goal scorer of the game. He did this double thing in the game, which almost injured him the most rather than Traore. I don't get what this guy does. But this was a good game, and they lost a good game because it was a game, not because it was actually a good game. Ahmad was quiet in the game. Robinson, who were used for Fulham to do something, he was practically anonymous, and that was exactly the truth for part of this game. It just did not give us enough for us to smile about, and that one goal was the difference maker. There should have been a red card. I heard United fans complaining about feeling like there should have been a red card. Of course, they felt that they should have scored more. They felt like they should have done more. They did not really do enough for me to talk about. That's why I cannot really say so much. But it was a good game at the end of the day. It was a good game. They got the job done. They put pressure down. Now they've moved to position 12 of the Premier League. That's a good movement. And it's Amorim's birthday today. Tomorrow, he's going to be celebrating it, maybe with the victory that they just got, but there's still so much that they need to improve. Do you know the interesting part about this game? In the second half, the Lisandro Martinez goal was the only shot on target from United the whole entire game. It was the only shot on target. They literally played 90 minutes, had 4 shots attempt and only 1 shot on target. Fulham were actually the team which were trying. They tried to score, they tried to put pressure. They were going so well, but nothing from United. And something has to change because they cannot continue playing like a team that has never played football. And I just can't wait to see what happens. So as things stands right now, the relegation battle is looking like Southampton are gone, Ipswich are down, Wolves are down, Leicester City are out of the relegation, and we're looking at Everton out of the relegation, very close to Leicester. Tottenham Hotspur is just there, about of the relegation. West Ham above Tottenham Hotspur, Crystal Palace. And as it goes forward, as we go forth and forth, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of what's happening in the Premier League? Don't forget to click the like button. Do you think Ange Postecoglou will be sacked? Because I expect him to be sacked today or early tomorrow. If that doesn't happen, then I'm worried over what Tottenham are really trying to show. What exactly is their ambition? Because they're getting touched every day. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect. I'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.